Welcome to my channel. So this is where I talk about twin flame process, and this is a reading for the new moon on the 13th of March, and it will run, the energy runs till the next moon, which is on the 28th. And this is a reading for the fire signs. If you want to get a personal reading, all my information is in the description box below. Let's have a look at the fire signs. So, as you know, the feelings come and go right on this journey. So nothing's ever static. So these, I feel like these cards are going to be about the feelings that you'll be feeling around the moon, rather than like things, that happen, because that's different for everybody. But in terms of feelings, that general energy would apply to anybody who's got a heavy, certain sign, heavily accented or aspected. So you might want to look at these if they're not even for your sun, like ascendant. You could look at moon, if you've got them in the 12th house, because that's where Pisces is and it's a Pisces moon, that kind of thing, Anyway, here we go. Right, so the first one coming up is Aries. We've got letting go. What I was seeing in my head, actually, Aries, was the Justice card just then. So it feels like the right things about letting go for you, and this is letting go in the mind. So it's just letting go of ideas, thoughts, programming, basically. Creating, so it's creating something new. This is coming in the physical, so it'll come after letting go in the mind. Better energy as well, just a new state of being, I feel, like feeling better after the moon. So it might be like you go down and then you're going to come up again. Down in vibration, that is. Relationship, Hierophant. In relation to heart and mind. So we've got the heart rising here eventually. So I think this one might take you out of the game a little bit, take you into ego. Maybe you'll be pushing through a few programs, eliminating a few programs circulating in your brain, letting go. We've got the mind going out, the heart coming in, creating, relationship. So in terms of what you're creating in this physical life, in terms of how you relate, releasing programming around how you relate. Now, it can be around how you're relating to yourself as well, because the first thing is always the self. And so when you're eliminating the programming inside your head, it's going to be around how you think and how that creates your feeling about how you create your life. Right, so it's eliminating your programming. But on top of that, how you relate to yourself is then going to be replicated in how you relate to somebody else. See? So it's like you forgiving yourself, maybe, coming into like you might get angry with yourself, I feel. You might get angry, you might get sad, you might get really mad, a bit crazy mad at things. And when you do that, you're releasing a lot of ego, actually, as you come into being like that. Frustration, I feel, maybe coming up, a bit of frustration and, frustration, anger, resistance, basically, resistance to feeling good, right? But as you move through that, you come into a better position, because you always do, because you always move through it as you release it. And then you come into a better feeling. And it's about how you feel inside yourself, and then what you create in the world from that feeling. But then also how that feeling becomes you to a greater extent every time you go through this circular effort of releasing what is all that anger and stuff. And then you're able to also relate better to other people as well, in a different way, from a better place, from a more let go place, right? From a more kind of like live and let live. Like they can just be who they are, and I'm not going to feel one way or another about that. And of course, when you're on twin flame process, you're going to have to get to that point, because the whole twin flame energy is about let go and being free and being allowed to be who you are and be who you want to be and live your life independently, even though you're in a relationship. Different kind of relationship. Vibration, yeah, look, it's down. You're going through a down vibration, I think. I think this is going to apply really particularly as well if you've got Aries moon. because it's a moon, and the moon is emotions. So he may be even more Aries moon than it is even Aries star sign. Anyway, okay, that's could be both, could be all of them, you know, but definitely Aries moon, because it's your emotions and the moons are about that. So let's have a look. The next one is Leo. Okay, we've got King of Cups, which is the masculine heart. It's also around mastery of the heart, because it's a 4 and a 4 is mastery. Ace of Wands, potential, energetic potential. So what you're achieving over this moon is somehow around the potential of love, in a much broader sense of the word as well. The most advanced, broadest sense possible, mastery of love. So how is that for you? What is that for you, really? It's loving everything, absolutely everything, until you can't love anymore. That's mastery of love. You love everything in existence. Nine of Swords is going out as here as well. It's like the mind going out, ending of the process. They're all upside down. Let's have a look at this. Love as divine love. Okay. Higher self, right. This is really interesting, because this is like this is the one that's upright, right? It's coming into higher self, which is coming into broader perspective, basically, which is understanding, like they said at the beginning of this, that love is about loving absolutely everything. It's not just about loving one person and feeling a load of pain whilst you're loving that person. That is not a higher echelon of love. And there's nothing you can do to force or to push yourself into a different position around love. It's just a process that you go through, which is called the divine love journey, which is the twin flame process, where you actually go from feeling like this pain in regard to one particular person that you're calling love. As you move through the process, we can't talk about the whole process here, but as you move through it, you're changing position completely in terms of what is love. So you're going from ego, potential, right, as the ego goes out, one person, two people, everything in the High Priestess. So it's coming into, so you're going through release as well, basically, at this moon, it feels like. I think you're releasing a lot of ego, actually, in a way that is different for Leo, because Leos are the sign of the ego. So your position is normally really like standing on top of a car in the middle of a revolution, you know, shouting for the ego. So you're the protector and the what's it called? You wave the flag for the ego, right? But it's almost like, it feels like you're stepping down off the car, right? And you're going to be just walking around amongst the people, should we say? And getting to know the people. A bit like they're talking about, who is it that shed their, I don't know my Bible, but they're showing me something biblical. It might even be Jesus, and how he became a man of the people, you know, rather than it being all about him. So maybe something like that with Leo, like losing your pride, basically, is what it is, and becoming more humble, I feel, because these are all upside down. It's all regarding the heart. But higher self, you see, there's a way to exist in this physical world, which is almost the same as pride. It's operating from your higher self, because higher self does know everything, right? Ego doesn't know anything. It would appear that it does at certain times, but until it's gone from you, you cannot be in higher self when you know everything. Something like that's going on with you at this moon. Some kind of step down and then raise up, basically, stepping out of ego. But I do feel it's quite an adventurous, feels adventurous, you know, it feels kind of like behaving differently, maybe. There's this energy of searching for something, trying to find something out, and like I say, that higher self knows everything. So there's in your process that you go through, there's an organised activity that goes on energetically, which is the dropping of the ego so you can rise into higher self. It's not like you have to force it. Like I said, you can't do that, but it does happen, and I feel like that's going to be happening to you. Some more of that, basically, because it's never a one-time event. Energies come and go, they come in, they go out again, they come back, they repeat, you know. But that's the one this feels like for you, this moon. Okay, next. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Knight of Cups, which is love again. Knight of Wands, which is energy. Six of Pentacles, which is reaching out. Queen of Cups, which is go with the flow. I'm going to get one more. Two people. I feel like you're going to be having some kind of discussion with somebody. And I'm not sure, you know, we're not saying it's going to be like twin flame, but it's always to do with process, right? Everything is always to do with twin flame process, even conversations with other people that would appear to have nothing at all to do with it on the surface, because everything's always getting you ready. It feels like you're going to be asked to like temper your, like change the way that you deal with people, I feel, something like that, by somebody coming in and some kind of conversation. So in the next 2 weeks, some kind of influx, and how you deal with it. And you're going to be dealing with it in a different way than you normally deal with things. You are a fire sign, but you're like, as fire signs come, you're kind of like, sometimes you don't even appear to be like a fire sign on the surface. You're the most like temperate of the fire signs. So, but you have got fire in you, even though a lot of the time you're quite diplomatic. So you don't look like you've got an agenda on the surface, right? But Sagittarians always have an agenda because they're fire, so they always want to move forward. So that's what having an agenda is, right? It's like movement forward into something. So it feels like someone here coming towards you. I think it's going to be, it feels like maybe you're not going to get something you want to get from this person. I don't think it's twin flame. I think it's something else. It feels like you're going to be meeting the energy of something that's not what you want. I feel something. It's like almost like it feels like something's going to, you want something, and you want it to accept you, because Sagittarians, like I say, diplomat. They're very good at looking like what that person wants, whoever they're in relation to. They're very good at that. I feel like this is not going to happen this time. It's almost like maybe you're going to butt heads with another fire sign or something like that, or somebody who's got an equal or more aggressive agenda. And somebody who's like not willing to like just let you have what you want, basically, or for it to all go your way. And I feel like you're going to get maybe a bit like miffed. You know what that means? It's an English word. It means put out. And then it feels like, because here we've got love, right, and go with the flow. So it's something that's teaching you to go with the flow. So something, and then you're going to have like a resolution, like, okay, you know, maybe I lost that one, but maybe then I just need to like let go a bit and see, instead of wanting something, maybe it wasn't right for me after all. Maybe that's why it's not happening. It wasn't right for me. So something else is going to come in that's right for me, because this is love through going with the flow, right? We've got two people, but standing in the middle. Contact. One's going out, one's coming in. So maybe it's like one love going out, another coming in. One possibility of love going out, so making way for another. Something like that. This feels like you're going to be like, it feels like you're going to be like, okay, well, I didn't want that anyway. That's not what I want anyway then. Something like that. So not like you're going to be like, yeah, maybe a bit pissed off at first, but then you'll be feeling like, okay, that's the right thing. then I didn't want that. That wasn't going to be right for me, obviously. So I just let go. I let go. I go with the flow. Let's see what else turns up, right? So that feels like it's what's going to go on with Sagittarius. Somehow or other, you know, it could be as simple as you go in the shop and they haven't got the right bacon. I don't know. I mean, these are general readings. It's not like we're not looking at anyone's personal journey in detail, just an energy of what's going to go on in some respect. Okay, so that's it. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.